What do business meetings and AI avatars have in common? My name is Antje Barth. I'm a principal developer advocate for generative AI at AWS. And I will show you SummarizeMe, an AI-powered app that I built that includes both. All right, so let's have a look at the app. And before we jump into the code, I just want to walk you through the components and how I built this app. So here's the description. You can find the full blog post on community.aws. The link is in the description here. So the first part I did, as we all know, meetings are very time consuming. And I bet a lot of you have been in similar situations where you have to summarize meeting outcomes and share with your coworkers. So I thought, why not automate this? And I started out with a blank project in my VS Code environment. And I actually wanted to bring together a couple of components, test how far I can go using code assistants, in this case, Amazon Q Developer, to help me build this app. And also, I'm a big fan of AI avatars. And if you've followed my talks at conferences, you might have seen my avatar popping up on slides. And here's a picture. So I also wanted to bring my agentic-looking Antje avatar into this little demo project that I built. And you're going to be seeing at the end how this all comes together. But first of all, to see the components of this app, what it does. The first part is I'm grabbing a recording. In my case, it's an MP3 recording from a fictional meeting that I created for this purpose. It could be any other file as well. And I'm sending it to Amazon Transcribe to get a meeting transcription. Then the second part is I'm going to send the transcription to a model. In this case, I'm using Anthropic's Claude 3 Haiku model in Amazon Bedrock to create a summary. And specifically, I want to have the key points discussed and a summary of the action items. And once I get that back from Bedrock and from the model, I'm creating a video summary, because why not, right? So I enjoy, at the end of the day, just watch a couple of videos to catch up on what happened in the AI space. So now I can also have a playlist of my meeting summaries that I have missed throughout the day. So let's see how I did this. And for that, we're jumping into the VS Code environment. So what I did here, initially, I started out with a blank project. And you can see my prompts in the blog post. I do have Amazon Q Developer installed in my IDE. And if you haven't used it before, it's super simple to get started. You can just start chatting. So for example, if you don't have any idea where to start or want to explore different options, just ask it a question. In my case, I used the /dev command. This is the software development agent that helps me create and generate code. So here, I specifically asked it to create this application. I described the steps, what I want to do, take an input file, for example, an MP3 file, get a transcription using Amazon Transcribe, send it to Bedrock, etc. So you get the idea. And it came up with a really good first construct here of the demo. And just quickly here, I'm going to show you in this post. So here is the actual prompt I provided Amazon Q with. It's a pretty detailed description. And good hint, if you want to have a really, really good outcome, make sure that you're very specific in this input prompt. The more specific you are, the better the results. And then with moments, Amazon Q Developer Agent came back here with a reasoning steps of what it suggests to create, which steps to take, which code to create. And you can follow this along. It's really amazing to see. And when it comes up with a suggestion, you can then either review it, you can iterate on it, and then you can create the code and accept it. So what happened here, and let me jump back here in the code so we can see this, is it created this whole GitHub structure for me, the whole code repository structure for me. And you will see the different components here. So I do have an app.py file, which is the main application, which brings all the components together. The first part that is doing the transcription, sending it to Amazon Transcribe, and then also following up and bringing that input into Amazon Bedrock, sending it to the Claude model, and then also, which is the surprise at the end, sending it to an application called HeyGen to create the avatar video. But before we go there, let's first have a look at the other parts. So here's the transcription code it created, And while you're creating using code assistants, you can iterate, right? The first version might not be exactly what you look like. In my example, it was too specific to the input file, and I wanted it to include different possible file types that transcribe supports. So I did a couple of iterations there, which you can do together with the code assistant. And then once I was happy with everything, including, the code that calls the Claude model, for example, the first version of this code used the invoke model API. I wanted it to use the converse API. So I iterated a couple of times, and then I ended up here with this code. And how it works is, if I just go here to my terminal window, is you can call the app.py, and it asks for the input file. So here, I'm going to just paste the path here locally to my file. By the way, it's also shared in a public GitHub repo. Again, check the description here for the full code. And then we can see already the completed steps above here while it's starting another job. So first of all, it's sending it to transcribe, and then it takes the description and sending it to the Bedrock API. And then also the third part is creating a video. And I know all of you are super curious, what is the output of this app? So I'm gonna jump back here in my browser, and I'm gonna show you here the video. Let's have a look.
Here's your summary for Alpha Project meeting. Here are the key points discussed in the meeting. Status of the Alpha Project, marketing strategy for the product launch, sales projections based on current market trends and enhanced features, customer feedback from the beta testers, cross-departmental meeting proposed to ensure alignment as the launch date approaches. Here are the top 5 action items.
And I'm going to stop this here because I want to call out what you see in here. At the bottom right of this video, it's my AI avatar that I used. And again, this is really exciting. Multimodal AI is a big theme right now in the industry. And I'm personally super excited about the possibilities. I took a static picture avatar of myself, and I was able to animate it. And now what happened here is the summaries that the Claude model generated in the second step being fed into HeyGen, and I do have a presentation template, and it's taking that input, putting it on the slides, as you can see, and then I have this avatar reading it out. So super exciting, and if you excuse me now, I have another playlist of meeting summary videos to watch. All right, if you like this video, click the like button, and if you want to watch more of this, make sure you subscribe to this channel. Thank you.